Previously on Time Drops. I'm incredibly excited about this release. I've mentioned in previous episodes that I've been waiting for the right time to pick up an MTG-B3000, and now looks like it might be that time. Oh yes, it absolutely is that time. Ladies and gents, I'm very excited to share with you arguably the most mesmerizing timepiece to feature on the channel to date, the G-SHOCK MTG Aurora Oval. This incredibly captivating timepiece may just be the hottest release of the year from the Japanese giants, and today we're going to be taking a look at everything it has to offer. If that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, then sit back, relax, and we'll jump right in. Now, the MTG series is the second most luxurious tier of G-SHOCK watches, with the pinnacle being the MRG line. MTG, which stands for Metal Twisted G-SHOCK, is a name that hints at its unique construction. This is all about combining the strength of stainless steel with the resilience of carbon fiber reinforced resin, creating somewhat of a fortress to protect that quartz module within. This line first made its debut back in the year 2000, and since then it's been a mainstay in G-SHOCK's catalogue, captivating watch enthusiasts with its robust build and extensive list of functions. But what truly stands out in the MTG series are their rainbow IP models, for obvious reasons. Casio first introduced this show-stopping aesthetic back in 2019 with the Lunar Rainbow MTG-B3000 model, which, as you'd expect, took off like a rocket. This has since been followed up with more remarkable models, including the likes of the Volcanic Lightning and the Blue Phoenix editions, with each of these watches bringing an incredibly unique theme and an enchanting array of colours to the lineup. And now, the latest edition and the star of today's show, the MTG-B3000PRB-1A. This time, the theme is the Aurora Oval, drawing inspiration from the breathtaking brilliance of the Northern Lights. While it shares the vibrant rainbow colours of its predecessors, the colours and textures have been masterfully modified to create a truly one-of-a-kind timepiece. If you're a regular here, you'll know I've kept on about picking a B3000 up, but to be honest, I didn't expect that when that time came, it would be quite so crazy as this. Let's get stuck in. Now, as this sits just one off the top of the G-SHOCK lineup, naturally it's going to have a price that reflects that. This timepiece will set you back £1,249 in the UK and $1,400 in the US. So obviously the higher end of the G-SHOCK catalogue, but with everything this watch has going on, you can certainly see why it demands such a price tag. So let's take a closer look at this thing, shall we? Kicking off with the main event, this mesmerising case and bezel, which emerges in its iridescent crystal-like pattern with a green base that crosses over effortlessly into yellow and pink, forming a rather glorious gradation, reminiscent, of course, of the Northern Lights. This expression is achieved by a new processing technique in the world of G-SHOCK, which combines rainbow IP with stainless steel that then undergoes recrystallization and a deep layer hardening treatment. Sounds intense, but this is all then finished off with a matte texture that's smooth to the touch. And the best part, thanks to the unique patterns that are created during this process, no two watches are the same, making each watch truly one of a kind. As we head to the outer edge of this compelling casing, we see its screw-down crown sat proudly at 3 o'clock, in a deep purple IP to capture yet another colour that lights up the Scandinavian skies. This is accompanied by 4 rose gold buttons at 10, 2, 4 and 8, titled Battery, Start, Reset and Mode respectively, that enable you to navigate the MTG's plethora of functions. As we flip this thing around, we have its 3-dimensional case back, a feature of the MTG B3000 series, which again is coated with rainbow IP. However, chooses not to recrystallize, accentuating the difference in texture and, I suppose, just allows the bezel to be emphasized even more. All of this then comes together to create a structure that's shock, centrifugal force and vibration resistant, otherwise known as G-SHOCK's Triple G Resist. Zooming into its multi-dimensional dial, protected beneath its sapphire crystal glass are the Aurora Oval's hour and minute hands, which are featured in a light purple similar to that of its indices, all of which are adorned with impressive lume to ensure visibility in low lighting. And as you can see, we've got ourselves a whole load of subdials with this B3000, the most prominent of which sat at 9 o'clock and triples up as a day, mode and battery level indicator, while the dial at 3 shows the time in your current location in 24-hour format, and at 6 we see a dual time subdial for when you want to track another time zone, with a very miniature subdial to its left to indicate night and day. These not only exemplify the capability of this model, but also provide a mean aesthetic, particularly with the addition of red accents upon its black backdrop, a real icing on the cake. And the cherry on top for me is the MTG at 12, bringing that rainbow effect from the outside in. The purple colours continue as this case seamlessly transitions into its translucent urethane band, which provides plenty of adjustment holds to ensure a snug fit, accompanied by a buckle to match the previously mentioned crown and a band keeper in rose gold to match its buttons, etched with the iconic brand's name. Now, one of the most notable features of the B3000 line is their one-touch release system, eliminating the need for special tools for removing the band. This can be switched out easily simply by pressing the buttons located on either side of the lug. Very cool and in fact rather addictive. In terms of dimensions, despite packing so much in, this timepiece is relatively slim for a G-Shock and sits at 51.9mm in length, 50.9mm in width and 12.1mm thick, weighing approximately 111 grams. Comfort-wise, this is spot on. One of those that just instantly clicks and one that's also very difficult to look away from. Whether it's shoes or watches, I'm a big fan of popping colours, so it's a win-win when you find a pair that are meant to be together. So with that being said, let's take a walk through its functionality. As mentioned, the MTG range features almost all of the technical features that Casio has amassed within its walls to date. On the watch itself, you've got the likes of dual time, a stopwatch, a countdown timer, an alarm, radio controlled multiband 6 for automatic timekeeping, 20 bar water resistance or 200 meters, as well as a super illuminator LED backlight. Then, thanks to the watch's Bluetooth function, you've got the ability to link this with your phone, which provides auto time adjustment 4 times a day, easy watch setting, approximately 300 well-timed cities, the time and place function to record the date, time and position on a map at the tap of a button. This also provides additional displays to view the watch's status, as well as the phone finder function. Although all incredibly handy, admittedly I don't use the phone pairing all too much. However, I would say that this is one of those models where you might want to consider it, as things get a bit techie when it comes to simple tasks like setting the time, date, world time, etc. It becomes a lot easier once you get the hang of it, but it's effortless via the app, so just depends on how you want to live your life really. Last, but by absolutely no means least, powering all of these awesome features is, of course, G-Shock's infamous tough solar technology. The battery of this one is expected to last 5 months in one hit without further exposure to light, and 18 months with power saving enabled. But with regular use, this will continue to stay up and running with no hesitation. So yeah, a ridiculous list of functions with almost every fan favourite included. There's a reason these MTGs are so highly regarded. You know, I had high expectations for the B3000, having admired it from afar for quite some time. From its multi-dimensional structure and design innovation to its rugged construction and impeccable finishes. This model already stood out as a winner to me and it's definitely not disappointed. But it's this colourway that just takes the absolute cake. I can't say it enough. I mean, let's face it, you're obviously buying this one for its colours, but it's awesome to experience up close and as you would have seen, causes even more chaos when the light hits. Now, if I were to wish for one thing, for the price, it would have been cool to see a second metal band option, perhaps in a rose gold or deep purple IP to match its accents. This would have added in more versatility and just capped off an already impressive timepiece. But let's not lose sight of the big picture here. The MTG-B3000 just seems to get everything right, and this model's radiant theme takes it to a whole other level. If you've been contemplating adding one to your collection, or any B3000 for that matter, I'd definitely say go for it. You won't be disappointed. There's plenty of deals to be had out there too, so just look around and if you do end up grabbing one, let me know which one you've picked up. With all that being said, that just about wraps this one up, guys. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more watches like this on the channel, hit the like button and subscribe. And of course, as always, let me know your thoughts and any specific models you want to see down below. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.